In a small village near the foot of a great mountain, there lived an old woman with her 3 grandsons. Their father had died long ago, leaving them with little wealth and a life of hardship. Einar, the youngest grandson, was smaller and weaker than his older brothers, Vidar and Ivar. The brothers would often go deep into the forest for hunting, while Einar was left behind to do chores around the house. They called him Simple Mind as they believed he was too slow and clumsy to do anything useful. Despite his eagerness to join his brothers on their hunts, Einar was always told to stay back. He would spend his days gathering wood, fetching water, and tending to their small farm. His grandmother, however, was always kind to him, and would often say, "Do not be disheartened, Einar. The spirits have told me that you will one day be wiser and stronger than your brothers." In the village, the chief had a beautiful daughter named Freya. Many young men sought her hand in marriage, but the chief declared that she would only marry the one who could bring back the most impressive catch during the hunter's moon. Determined to win Freya's hand, Vidar and Ivar prepared for a great hunting trip deep into the northern woods. Einar, desperate to prove his worth, begged to accompany them. Reluctantly, his brothers allowed him to come along, though they mocked him and doubted he could contribute. The brothers were successful in their hunt, bringing back many deer and wild game. Einar, on the other hand, found nothing more than a small, peculiar stone that shimmered like silver. He was mesmerized by it, and spent his time examining its strange properties, completely ignoring the hunt. When they returned to the village, Vidar and Ivar laughed at Einar, showing off their catch to the villagers while mocking Einar's useless stone. But Einar's grandmother only smiled and said, "Keep that stone safe, Einar. It will bring you more fortune than you can imagine." One day, as Einar sat by the river, he was approached by an old man with a long beard and piercing eyes. The man looked at Einar's stone and said, "That is no ordinary stone. It holds the power of the mountain spirits. If you follow me, I will show you its true value." Curious, Einar followed the old man into the depths of the forest. They reached a hidden cave where the man revealed himself to be the guardian of the mountain. He told Einar that the stone had the power to summon the great elk, a mystical creature that only appeared once every 100 years. With its presence, the land would be blessed with prosperity. "Use this gift wisely," said the guardian. "But remember, the true strength lies not in the hunt, but in the heart." Einar returned to the village, and, with the stone, summoned the great elk. The creature's majestic presence astonished the villagers, and the fields flourished as never before. Even Freya and her father, the chief, were moved by the sight. When the chief saw the wonder that Einar had brought, he proclaimed, "Einar, though your brothers have proven their skill in the hunt, you have shown the true spirit of a leader. You have brought prosperity to our village, not just with skill, but with wisdom." Freya, seeing the kindness and strength in Einar's heart, chose him as her husband. Vidar and Ivar, though initially angered and envious, eventually understood that true greatness came not from brute strength but from courage and wisdom. Einar and Freya were married in a grand ceremony, and the village thrived under Einar's gentle leadership. His brothers, humbled by his success, became his greatest allies, and together they made their village prosperous. The villagers no longer called him Simple Mind, for he had proven that sometimes the greatest strength lies in those who are often overlooked. And thus Einar lived happily with Freya, leading his people with wisdom and kindness, just as his grandmother had foretold.